How big was the channel when you decided to do it full time? I think I had 5K subscribers. If you've got 5K subs, don't do what I did and throw everything out, because 5K subs 7 years ago means a lot different than 5K subs today. We're going to be going over creator tips, what you guys need to be a YouTuber. I'm also going to be calling over my boy Boomer, just so it's not a bit of a, so it's more of a conversation. How do you get your channel known? All through the YouTube algorithm, my man. It's very simple. You make good content. YouTube has an algorithm. The algorithm, what it does is it defines whether or not at the end of the day that your content is good and wants to be seen. So they might test and promote it to like 10 random people on the internet, and then that'll pop up in their recommendations. And this happens a lot more than you think, discoverability. And then it'll use the data of what those 10 people did. How long did they watch for? Did they watch for a long time? Okay, must be a good video then if someone watched for a long time. Let's send it to 100 people now. And then they get the data of 100 people. And they're like, all right, no, this is a good video because the 100 people watched the video and they said it was good. Well, they did say it was good, but they watched it. And at the end of the day, YouTube's about watch time. It means that how much people watch your content. So people saying like, oh, you just need a clickbait title and thumbnail. It's true. You do need a good title and thumbnail to get that click. If people initially click it, so that's good. But then the watch time of them watching it is another story. So that's how you kind of organically grow. You have to make good content that people want to watch and click. Do you upload at specific times to get peak views? Yes, it's good to upload between 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. EST. 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. EST if it's normally kids in school, but during COVID-19 times, it's been decently effective to upload at any time. But normally midday to about 8 p.m. EST is a good range.
And a little extra tip for us smaller creators. A lot of bigger creators upload like on the dot. So like they either schedule somewhere it's like, oh, 3 p.m., 3:30, something like that, right? Uploading maybe not directly like those exact minutes, maybe like, hey, you did it 3:15. Yeah, 3:09, something weird so that like their inbox doesn't get hit by your video and a larger creator's video at the same time, giving you a better chance to maybe get a couple clicks.
What's the algorithm like for Twitch? So I'm going to be dead straight with you guys. The number one piece of advice I'll give to any person trying to be a Twitch streamer is to not stream on Twitch, make YouTube content, then go over to Twitch after you've built a following on YouTube. Organically growing an audience on YouTube is way easier than it is to organically grow on Twitch.
Twitch is really difficult to grow on. Don't get discouraged. Stream for you. And like if you have no one watching your channel, don't get mad or sad about it. Your time will come. Random people may host you or raid you, and that may be your only growth for like 2 months, and then like in another month all of a sudden you get hosted or rated again. And just make the most of those situations and try to network with other streamers, but don't be rude. Like don't go into someone else's channel and try to steal their followers, because that's not nice. But meeting other people that are around your size and helping support people that are your size, it tends to be the best way to grow. Because trying to grow on Twitch, unlike YouTube, where like YouTube has an algorithm and sends videos to some people, Twitch doesn't really have that. So you really got to do the networking yourself, either through YouTube, through Twitter or something like that to bring people in, or just, you know, network with people around your size and you support them and hopefully they'll support you.
Quantity over quality or quality over quantity? I've done both. When I started out, I did quantity over quality. I think right now it is very hard to grow on YouTube doing quantity over quality. I've definitely transformed my channel over the last 7 years to reverse the whole thing. I used to upload 3 times a day. Now I upload once every 3 days. Like it works. I think quality over quantity. Look at Laserbeam as well. Like is another great example of quality over quantity. He doesn't upload a lot, but when he does, I'll click that because that's a banger. What happens if you have no content but still want to upload and not let your viewers down with bad content? Jarvis, if you figure that out, let me know and send me a business email because I'm still working on it. It's like you try and work whatever you can. Like that's where the real challenges come in, especially when the games don't update. Like you have update days that have nothing, no new content, which is why every time they do that, I post a little sad face on Twitter because it means I have to use my brain for once or give up. Because at the end of the day, it is better to not post, I feel, than to post garbage. Because when you post a bad video and people don't click on it and people don't watch more than your normal average viewer duration, that is YouTube. That is a way of your audience communicating with YouTube's algorithm that they didn't like the video. And that means that YouTube will not suggest your next video as much as the last one. Biggest inspiration growing up, I suppose. A hard one. I used to watch a lot of like OG Call of Duty commentators back in the day. I used to watch a lot of their stuff. I used to play COD a lot. Like a lot. Like I would sit in my chair and just grind out 8 hours of COD and love every minute of it. And I'd watch a lot of like Call of Duty YouTubers and stuff. And so I was still working a job at in Australia. It's called Coles. It's like a grocery store. I'd work night fill every night, like somewhat near 10 years ago. And every night I'd come back, I'd sit back, watch some COD videos. I'd just like sit in, vibe out, watch some COD, play some COD. I would use the money that I was getting from that job at Coles to pay for my PC and pay for my headset, pay for my, like, you know, the stuff you need for a setup. And like that, and then it got to a point when like my YouTube account or revenue was enough that I was making more than I was at Coles. And then I was like, I'd rather play video games than stack shelves. Later, boys. That's gonna do for the HyperX crash course. A massive shout out to HyperX for making this all happen, and love everything that they are making and looking forward to what else they've got coming.